So, I'm here with Thomas Nielsen, CEO and President of Real Networks, and he will introduce himself now.
Thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Thomas Nielsen, and I just joined Real Networks about 10 weeks ago as the new CEO and President of the company.
So you're hot news.
Absolutely,
at the moment.
absolutely. And I came from Adobe, where I spent the last 7 years running various divisions. Lately, the Photoshop team.
Oh.
One of Adobe's flagship products,
The
obviously.
greatest product on the market.
And probably the best known one since PDF, right?
Yeah.
But came to Real Networks because Real Networks is such a creative business. Been around obviously for a very long time. We invented streaming media on the internet, right? Remember Real Player and Real Audio and Real Video.
Okay.
And today we actually power a lot of the video on the internet as well as on the mobile operator side. But we're also big in the games business as well in direct consumer products. So we have a very wide range of products.
Okay, so what is Real Networks doing in the games business? Actually, what products you have there, what you're offering to customers and to businesses?
Yeah, so our games business is actually about 1/3 of our revenue today, so a very big business for Real Networks. We have more than 150 titles on the PC side that we market through gamehouse.com. Own games that we produce, but also games that we procure and license. So it's a big marketplace for try and buy games. But the most interesting business is what we're doing on Facebook. We've been going at this for over a year, and we have a couple of games on Facebook. We were the first company that integrated with the new Facebook credits. So you can buy up a level or you can buy virtual goods. Okay. And we've seen incredible growth in just the last 2 months. We actually have almost 2 million daily active users right now for our games business on Facebook. And it continues to grow like crazy.
What do you mean when you're telling us grow like crazy in numbers?
Well, so we have grown since December. We've grown 70% in our daily active use. Okay. Just in a few weeks. And we continue to grow in basically triple digits. And we're just about to launch a couple of more games. And how it works on Facebook, like many other games, is like a network effect. Once you have 1 or 2 hits, it becomes easier to build on that and you get the network effect. And that's what we are absolutely building on.
Okay. Can you tell us what games you're offering in specific? So, 1 or 2 examples?
So right now, the most popular game we have on Facebook is called Bioblast, which you can go and play and just search for it on Facebook and install it. Or you can friend me and we can play against each other. Okay. So that's a game that is the most latest game that we have in the marketplace. And the next game we're going to release is a slot game. So like a slot machine that we're going to release in the next quarter or so, starting in the US but then quickly rolling into Europe. The game has actually been available in the US for several months. We just launched the European games a few weeks ago, and that's really giving it an uptake.
So also available in Germany?
Yes, absolutely. Localized in French and German, Spanish, I was going to say Portuguese and Italian as well, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And beside games, you're doing video. I remember when I got my first PC ever, I had to install the Real Player to watch videos online. Yeah. Are you doing still video players?
Absolutely we are. So Real Player is still around. As a matter of fact, we just released a new Real Player back in the fall. And it's no longer just a media player, it's a complete tool that can organize your videos, you can trim them, you can burn them to a CD, so it's a complete media solution. But on top of that, the fastest growing business we have right now is providing video platform for mobile operators. So the ability to ingest the content and then stream it out over a 3G or 4G network or Wi-Fi. And it's actually a pretty sophisticated platform because the licensing rights associated with content today are very complex. Yeah. You might license one movie that you can only stream over 3G but not Wi-Fi, and only at certain bit rates. We have the platform that can handle all that on behalf of the operators. And we're also the first one to implement HLS playback on Android devices.
In case of license, we have in Germany the problem, we have a license organization which is prohibiting YouTube from providing music videos to German end users. So we are not able to see any official music video in Germany over YouTube because the music industry says we don't want to pay for our own content so much, and the content rights manager says, but we want to be paid.
Yeah. I think the content business fundamentally will change both in Europe but also in the US and Asia. From a Real Networks perspective, we provide the platform that can handle all these rights for an operator or for anybody else who wants to be in the video playback business. We're not in the business of licensing content, we're in the business of helping other people basically distribute and monetize that content. But it's right, it's very complex, which is one of the reasons why we've invested a lot in that video platform.
Okay, do you make any difference between countries? Can I see everything in Germany you're providing on your platform, or are there exceptions?
It depends on, it's a good question, it depends on the operator. See, we don't sell that directly as a service. We sell it through Vodafone or in the US Verizon or a T-Mobile, and they decide what content they will license and where they will play it back.
Okay.
So for some of the global operators, they can decide to make content available on a worldwide basis. It all depends on the licensing rights behind it. So unfortunately, we won't solve the YouTube problem with the Real Networks platform. I wish we could.
Yeah, but it's pretty amazing to see how Real Networks developed since the years. Well, I remember it just as a player, and now it's a whole content platform, gaming platform. Pretty amazing. Yeah,
the company's come a long way. When I first heard about Real Networks, wanted to get a new CEO, I had the same reaction as you. I remember Real Player. I still have it on my PC, and then I realized how big the company is and how many things we do. Like a good example, we sell to almost 100 carriers out of the 150 in the world. And we have strong relationships, not only with video, but also ringback tones. So when you call up somebody, instead of getting the ringtone, you actually hear a piece of music or an advertising. We power that for all the major players in the world.
Okay.
Which is one thing that many people don't realize, how big we are, but we play behind the scenes. So in that space, we don't have the Real Networks logo.
Yeah.
It will be T-Mobile, it will be Vodafone that will operate it, but behind the scenes, we run it.
Okay, pretty cool. And you're talking of behind the scenes. What drives you personally to go ahead to develop new things in Real Networks? What's your personal passion?
Really about products. So fundamentally, I'm a product guy, and I believe that if you create great products for customers, the business will follow. That's pretty much Steve Jobs' philosophy as well, and many other great product people. So my personal passion is to make sure that we actually develop, new cutting-edge products of Real Networks that will delight the customers. Like the video platform is one area where suddenly we can differentiate because we have higher quality video, we have the expertise in encoding, decoding. So my passion is really around making Real Networks relevant again, so that you don't remember Real Networks only being a Real Player, but it's like, wow, when you watch a video on your phone, you sort of know that it's Real Networks that is behind that.
Good closing statement. Thank you, Thomas, for the interview. Nice to meet you.
My pleasure. Likewise.